Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Outback Quarterback Podcast for another week. We're reviewing Week 12. We're looking ahead to Week 13. It's all happening in Muscle Catch Studios. Hawley's pointing something out on the screen.
Which host do you like the best?
Yeah. Just a little bit of host rivalry in there. You know, I put that in there in the ticker. Which do you like the best? Team Hawley, Team Doss, Team Kurt, knowing if that ever happens, I would have the least. I always lose those votes.
Who's winning?
I don't know. We'll find out today.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, if you like Team Doss, Team Hawley, Team Kurt, put it in the comments on Spotify and YouTube. Really, just divide the three of us with a popularity contest. I'm Kurt, your QB3. We got Hawley, the QB2.
Fellas?
We got Doss, the QB1.
Boys, good morning.
Now, you got your bucket hat on.
Yeah, I know. Just need to honour my sponsors.
Yep.
Curtis.
Yeah, UCS. Big week at UCS.
UCS. Longhorns, I don't know. Something.
Yeah, nice.
Big week for the boys this week.
Yep.
Sold heaps of civil supplies.
Yeah, underground.
Underground civil supplies.
So none of those above ground
Coming
ones.
into Christmas is real busy at the moment.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah.
Right. And
But it's always busy down there.
Yeah, underground.
Great company.
Always busy underground.
Yeah, always digging.
Yeah, always
laying
doing
pipe.
something.
Conduits for miles.
Yeah, conduit for miles. You wouldn't read about it, Doss.
We always talk about that, don't we?
Yeah.
Conduits and stuff. Yeah, we
I
love
wonder
it.
if they do it underwater.
Yeah, don't know. I've lost interest already.
Yeah, okay.
Your drawstring got tangled on the headphone, and your headphone cable's going across your neck. You're a mess over there.
Yeah,
Ollie.
well, that's the left side. I can change it, but
It doesn't look very
it
comfortable on
hurts
the
my
screen.
ear as well because I've
Does
got
it?
my glasses and the hat and this pushing.
Well, you could always take the bucket hat off.
I suppose so, but that would. I've got a contract.
Oh,
so,
do you?
Yeah.
At least 60
Hasn't been
screen minutes a
signed
week.
or written by anyone yet, but
Doss, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks.
You're dressed in dapper 49ers gear today. You've
got the Joe Montana 1990 jersey on.
What you thinking there?
Well, 49ers topical this week since we've last recorded with the Brandon Ayuk contract, and 49ers play the Carolina Panthers today on Monday Night Football. So I thought, why not throw it on? I haven't worn it this year as well, so we're getting down into the rotation of teams.
Oh yeah,
There's only a couple more to go.
how many jerseys do you have?
I probably should do it. I actually haven't counted. There's 3 Green Bay ones in there.
how many
There's probably
teams
like
do you
12.
go? How many teams do you go for? Do you have a team in each division, or
I don't have a team
Oh,
in
you
each
don't?
division.
do you? What about in the basketball? Just out of interest, NBA.
My Pisties.
Oh,
Have
your
you seen how good the
Pistons.
Pistons? We got,
Right. So you don't follow
We got
the
the
you don't
Pacers
follow the
today too.
Timberwolves or anything.
Timby's in the West.
Right. So you follow multiple teams.
Timby's in the West.
You just follow them depending on how their record looks.
Pistons. Detroit Pistons have been always my long time. So outside of the Lions, Detroit sports has always been my team. Red Wings.
Yep.
Tigers in the baseball. Pistons in the basketball.
Did we do this last week? Did we argue about this on the show last week? We've done it so many times off air that I feel.
No, we didn't argue about it.
Oh, we didn't?
No,
Okay.
not on the show. This is fresh content.
Okay, sorry.
We usually question him depending on what jersey he's wearing, just if that team.
Sorry, I felt
won
like I
or
was stuck
not.
in a time warp there for a second.
We just have that. We did actually. We should have sent a screenshot to Jimbo
Oh, that would have been good.
of his my Timbies.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll cut that out and put it in next week when we've got the
Screenshot coming, an incriminating screenshot, I would say,
Incriminating.
about Doss's supporting history of the Pistons.
That's
Bandwagon.
fine. Hardly a bandwagon.
Oh, okay.
Long-time fan since the late 90s.
Have we ever accused him of a bandwagon? Because he's thrown barbs my way for 5 years.
This guy
Well,
here
try
with
if you want.
this
Definitely
guy
getting
here,
on the bandwagon of underground civil services.
I've always been on him, Jim.
Very good. We had a big weekend, boys. Not in a going out sense, but in a working sense. We were here. Well, 3 of the 4 of us were here, and Doss was very active on the chat for our Ashes watch along. Hawley, we've had rave reviews. We had
I wouldn't call it a working weekend. It was a charity weekend.
charity weekend.
I didn't see a paycheck come through for the weekend's work.
I was waiting for that.
This dude runs his own business. I don't understand how he doesn't understand to send the invoice. I just don't.
Do I get paid for the weekend, do I?
Well, you've got about 12 months worth of invoices still sitting
Are we contracted
there.
to Muscle Cat Media or Outback Quarterback?
Muscle Cat Media.
Yeah, right.
So the contract says for hosting the Outback Quarterback and any other reasonable duties as requested.
Have we signed the latest
I
contract for this
haven't.
fiscal year?
Don't think so.
I don't think we have.
Oh, I've certainly paid you, Doss.
Okay.
You got the money in your account. You
Yeah.
have. You're well up to date with your
Yeah,
payments.
it does.
I'm not copying any payment criticism from a guy who cannot be asked to send 2 invoices across 12 months. I'm not going to cop it.
Oh, can I not put them together now?
Yes, and I
cool.
sent that to you in the last email.
Does it include GST or do I have to take the GST out of it?
It's just a flat rate of what's in there. Why is there GST? I'm not registered for GST.
Oh, you should be.
No, not with the earnings we're on at the moment, mate.
Save your money. I don't know who your
You know,
advisor is.
You know what would save you money? Sending the invoice and getting the money in your
Probably-
account.
probably would.
Anyway, speaking of old jokes,
You can
we've
tell
done that a bit.
Kurt's kind of passionate about this topic.
Yeah.
Well, it comes up every week, and I get accused of being a bad boss.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Uh,
Oh, I take the
classic.
bait every week. All right. Anyway, the Ashes watch along was good, wasn't it, Chris?
Actually,
You enjoyed it, did you?
I actually really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the draft more than anything, to be honest.
Yeah, we drafted our best Australian Test
And
team.
Trav Head
That
hit.
was good.
Oh, it was the perfect possible
It was.
night of cricket.
And Travis
the
Head
first
being
watch
in the
along.
comments
Yeah.
for the
Travis
live
Head.
chat for the night. Yeah, that was great. Thanks to everyone who watched. We'll be doing more of that. Definitely covering the Ashes in a bit more detail. So more watch-alongs to come. Hey, this show is brought to us by Four Bros Coffee. I had to disappoint Dos today. Pods are out. Pods are out in the Musclecat Media studios. So we'll have to get some more going. But the good news for everyone watching along, Dos, or listening, is that they can win 2 kilograms of Four Bros Coffee. Or if they have pods, 100 pods.
I saw that
Yeah.
Instagram reel drop last night.
Big
so-
giveaway. So hop
yeah.
on to our Instagram or Four Bros Coffee. Follow us. Follow Four Bros as well. You have to follow both pages. Leave a comment. Unlimited entries, so you can go nuts as long as they're not celebrities or fake people. That's Doss's rule. It's a good one. No celebs, no fakies. Comment. Every person you tag is another entry. So go nuts there. You can win thanks to Four Bros. Coast and Smoke, Jimbo. Saturday the 6th, which is 2 weekends time. We've locked in the Kansas City Cook-Up. We are doing that, right?
Correct.
Yep. So 10% off. Code Outback for Coast and Smoke. Oh, and in the meantime for Four Bros as well, 10% off. 15% off, I should say,
What
with
if-
code Outback.
What are we looking at, James? I unfortunately won't be able to attend, but what are your
Ooh.
cuts of meat? What are we?
I'm thinking definitely a rack of pork ribs, do some chicken wings, and probably some, maybe some beef short rib.
All these weekends
Yeah,
freed
that's
up all of
good.
a sudden.
Yeah. What time is it? I could pop in before
Oh.
the Bucks party.
Oh, you got a Bucks on the 6th?
Got a Bucks on the.
We were
6th, yeah.
considering also pairing that in with another watch along for the Ashes, so we might have to reconsider that.
Oh,
If two of the main boys are down and out,
Oh, it won't be a night watch along, will it? It will be a day watch.
it will be night watch along because it's day night test.
Oh, another day. Oh, it's Perth. And then Brisbane's
yeah,
day night. Yeah. Oh, I could roll in still.
Speaking of rolling in, I'm rolling
Hammered.
into the I'm rolling into the Suburban Brew today, Dos. We've got our first planning meeting for the Super Bowl party
Excellent.
in February. So
Let's
loyal
go.
sponsors of the show. We'll see you all there in Feb for that. And it would be remiss of me not to mention our friends at Wayne Phyllis Kia.
Yeah,
who-
chuck it here. This is getting uncomfortable.
All right, beautiful. I love this. Look at this step up in loyalty. Oh, catch, a blind catch, Ollie. There we go. Doesn't that look better? That fits better. All right, we got some NFL games to get into, Jimbo. Let's hit that button and get in to the NFL. Just give that a little flick off.
Look at this.
I don't like that being on screen.
Free
I
advertising.
don't like it.
Have a
do you
look.
mean?
He's not happy with it.
Mate, what am I supposed to do with my sponsors? I don't get
Can I
paid.
tell you
They
why
have
I
to get
don't like
paid
it?
Somewhere.
And I've got nothing against the owners. A good man. I like him. But the companies that sponsor this show actually pay money to be mentioned and to be loved and shown on this. It makes me very uncomfortable because this
personal
is
sponsor.
paid airspace, Hawley. We can't just have your mates giving you a hat.
They're not- Oh, they're mates, but they're also
Good man, Belly.
financial sponsor.
Big Baltimore
Terms of-
Ravens fan.
Sun protection.
Yeah,
Hats.
he's not paying you a cent, mate. I know that for a fact.
Maybe. You know, I'm going to ask him. Just transfer me $1.
Buys this week. Let's get on with it. Broncos 9-2, Chargers 7-4, Dolphins 4-7, Commanders 3-8. Commanders 3-8. Ugh, that's an ugly year.
Yep. Year from hell for Washington.
Remember you were surprised when we did Shelf of Shame last week?
Yeah.
In,
Surprised
2
me
weeks ago.
again.
5 losses in a row. By the way, we have the mailbag later, Dos, so we'll be talking Ayuk and all sorts of
Yeah.
other questions sent in from the listeners. But let's have a look at our no-brainer tally, boys, because we got the first one right. The Pats 26 over the Bengals 20. It was a bit of a struggle. It took them longer than we thought, but they're now 10-2, the first team to 10 wins. Oh, I've put it out of order. We just pop them all up. That's a tick. It's a tick. 4 out of 4 for 2 weeks in a row with our no-brainers. The Pats beat the Bengals. The Jets lost to the Ravens as predicted, 23-10. The Ravens are 6-5. Jets are 2-9. Benching Justin Fields and running Tyrod Taylor instead didn't change the result. I mean, they did have more yards than the Ravens, the Jets did, so that's a positive at least.
They were up for a little while. I was a little bit nervous for our pick.
Well, never in doubt, because they're now 5 wins in a row, the Ravens, which is, they lead the AFC North. So the Steelers are now second. The Giants lost to the Lions, another late loss. So, yeah, it's blocking my face there, Jimbo. Don't hide my pretty face from the listeners. Just pop that down. There we go. There we go. We're back. Yeah, the Giants lost another late one. That's 5 fourth quarter and beyond fade outs this year.
Yeah, 5 fourth quarter, and I think we're up to same amount of double-digit losses, where they've had a double-digit lead as well, and they've blown, which has resulted this morning in defensive coordinator Shane Bowen getting his marching orders out of MetLife.
Coordinators are just on the nose at the moment. Chip Kelly gone from the Raiders as well. 34-27 was that win for the Lions, and they're struggling a bit, the Detroit Lions.
Struggling defensively.
3-3 the last 6 weeks. They got a tough run home too.
Jameer Gibbs is he's just crazy at the moment. Just on that, so players with 200 rush yards, 3 touchdowns and 10 receptions in the same game. Jameer Gibbs yesterday, and LaDainian Tomlinson in week 13 of 2002.
And that's it.
That's it.
What is it? 200 rush yards, 10 receptions, and 3 TDs.
Yeah.
It's one of
Fair
those ESPN stats, isn't it? That comes up. They just pull out all these random numbers. Like, oh, no one's ever done this before.
Except LT.
You could
The
put
king.
any conditions around it to make it sound impressive.
Exactly.
You're the first man to ever wear a UCS and a Kia hat on the same show.
Yep.
Well done. 264 scrimmage yards and 3 TDs for Jameer Gibbs. The other one we got right was the Seahawks 30 at the Titans 24. The Titans are 1-10. Seahawks 8-3. It was a 20-point Seahawk lead at one point, and they only won by 6, but they did win. And the huge positive was no turnovers for Sam Darnold. After 3 last week, he had 0. This week, he looked better in that regard. And another dominant JSN performance, 167 yards and 2 TDs. And we'll talk about him
So
in the
good.
mailbag later. Jimbo,
What's our record,
what's
Jimbo?
our record? What's our completion percentage? It's looking better.
Oh,
71.
We're
That's
we're
green.
starting to Hall of Fame range.
That's
We're
green
in the
now.
green.
Yeah.
It was orange last week, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Okay,
What did you
71%.
class? Is 70 green? Is that what you decided?
believe so.
Okay. Happy
Was
with
that automated or was that a Jimbo decision?
I coded it and forgot what I coded it as.
Love that.
I'm pretty sure it's 70.
I think 70 sounds good. That is a green percentage. 17 of 24. 8
Sick.
on the trot, boys.
We're
8
on
the
fire,
trot.
boys.
All right. Let's keep going. TNF, the Bills and the Texans. The Texans, a huge win for them, DOS, 23-19. It was a season shaper. Davis Mills, 3 wins in a row. The man can't be stopped. But I tell you who really can't be stopped. That's the powerful D-line.
Oh, yeah.
Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter combined for 4.5 sacks. Josh Allen was sacked 8 times, resulting in 2 interceptions because he was all over the shop with that pressure.
And this Texans defense coming in, they're crazy good, right? Henry Tuotu, also very handy player. Aziz Al-Shaair is having a great year. Derek Stingley, Kamari Lassiter, Kalen Bullock. Like, the secondary is just awesome. There's no weakness on this defense right now. And, if you're a Colts fan and a Jags fan, you're nervous.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Texans were 0-3. They're now 6-5. They're rolling. They still have to play the Colts twice to round out the season. And they put a dominant display on the Buffalo Bills. Like, teams should be scared for coming up against the Houston Texans. And CJ Stroud will be back this week out of concussion protocol.
Davis is winning.
Yeah, but
You're not playing Davis. So, I mean, I know we had the Brock Purdy, Mac Jones argument earlier in the year. We are not having Davis Mills versus
He's only had one pick.
He's been really good. He's done his job
done
beautifully.
his job.
I'd
He
roll
has
the
done
hot.
his
I'd
job.
roll the hot hand.
No, you wouldn't. You would not play Davis Mills
100%.
over CJ.
CJ's got nothing to prove. He hasn't proven anything the last 2 years. They've been struggling with him at quarterback.
I know you're deliberately trying to razz me up.
This feels
here,
like
but
rage bait.
Yeah, this is
I'm
absolutely
genuinely
it
not.
is.
You would play Davis Mills over CJ Stroud
Well,
if
they've
CJ
won-
Stroud was fit.
They've won 3 in a row. I'm rolling with the hot hand.
So yes,
Momentum.
so you would play Mills.
Next week I would.
Really?
Yeah.
If CJ's 100%.
Yeah. What's CJ's record this year?
I
Yeah,
would
but
not
there's
be playing
context
him.
and there's
CJ's
form
record
and
is
there's.
3-5.
I think that's an insane decision. But
Who have they got this week?
good
We'll
question.
have a look
We'll
at
go
it.
through that later.
Oh,
They-
the Colts.
We got the Colts.
Yeah, I'm not starting Davis against the Colts. I'm not starting Davis anyway. He's done his job. Pat him on the back and sit him on the bench. All right, the Colts and the Chiefs, 23-20. The Chiefs won it in overtime. They're 6-5. Their season's alive. The Colts are 8-3. There is a pulse. The Colts actually only lead their division by 1 game, by the way.
Yep.
Just to your point before. The Jags are 1 win behind them. The Texans are 2. For all this positivity, they're only 1 game up in the AFC South, which is extraordinary. And just when we think the Chiefs' offense is impotent, boys, they go for 494 yards. Mahomes threw for 352 of them. Yes, it wasn't his best game, but he did turn it on at times when he needed to. That's his most yards since Week 7, 2023 against the Chargers. And both Kareem Hunt and Rashee Rice go for over 100. And Rice was electric.
There's one thing I like waking up to more than the Patriots winning, is the Chiefs losing.
Yeah.
And I woke up to the Colts destroying the Chiefs. And I thought, here we go.
Season over.
Season over. And the Colts had the ball at the start of the 4th after a fumble recovery.
Yep.
Correct. And Paddy still somehow worked out a way to get it to OT and win. It is bloody impressive.
Yeah.
He's a sensational quarterback. And
Well, they haven't been winning the close ones this year, so
no, they haven't. And you just knew, because I was watching it on ESPN, and you can just see as soon as Chiefs get the ball back and the little arrow goes here and then here, gets to 20-yard, then the 30-yard line, then the 40-yard line. You think, Paddy's going to score it. They're kicking a field goal. They're taking an OT. They're going to win.
Yep.
You just know what's going to happen, don't you?
it was inevitable. Yeah.
Paddy just put the team on his back in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
And you could just, the moment they were down that fumble, they were down 20-9 coming into the start of the 4th quarter. And then you alluded to Patrick Mahomes, 350 yards. Kareem Hunt, 104 yards on the day. Rashee Rice, really good. And the Chiefs controlled time of possession in this game. You know, they had the ball 17 minutes longer than the Colts. And 91 plays to the Colts 50. And, and the Colts defense played pretty well in this game. But when it's almost 2-1 where you're getting, on the field, and the Colts defense was really good in the red zone, allowing just the 1 touchdown on 6 scoring attempts. But, it was the Colts defense, it was only so much because the offense just couldn't get anything going. Daniel Jones, 19-31, 181 yards, 2 scores, season low for yards per pass
Couple of wobbles,
attempt.
boys. Couple of wobbles.
JT should have traded him.
And Jonathan
he had a bad
Taylor,
day.
He's had 2 bad days since I told you to trade him. 2 out of 3.
58 yards. Yeah, there was a real good one in between there, though. But so look, the Colts will be nervous just because of that explosiveness that we were seeing on offense. We haven't really seen now for probably the last 3 weeks.
Yep.
The Falcons was a good game.
Yeah, they weren't great in that game though. They were okay. Jonathan Taylor was really good in that game. But yeah, the Steelers was a struggle, and the Chiefs yesterday. So we'll see how they go. But they come up against a really good defense, as the Chiefs' defense was this week, the Texans. So let's see.
Speaking of struggles, the Packers 23 defeated the very badly struggling Minnesota Vikings 6. They're 4-7. The Packers 7-3-1. It's officially panic time, boys, for JJ McCarthy. 2 touchdowns and 6 interceptions in his last 3 games. A passer rating of 58 for the season. A limp offense. He was sacked 5 times. And as for the Packers, Wilson ran for 100 and scored 2 touchdowns at RB. They still don't convince me, despite Micah Parsons' 2 sacks and some good work on defense. They're winning. They are winning, the Packers.
JJ McCarthy's in concussion protocol. Post game. So again, you look, he's probably
well-timed rest.
He's probably not going to play this week again.
I just wouldn't play him the rest of the year now.
Trade with Davis Mills.
Could bring Davis Mills in and make a little playoff run.
Your boy Brosmer's coming in.
Max Brosmer, yeah.
It might come in and
my
play
boy because
this
I
week.
knew his name.
That's
I
right.
think if they keep playing JJ, he's going to come out. They're going to keep losing. His confidence going into next year is going to be rock bottom.
It's been a bad year. I know there was that early comeback win that got a lot of people hyped, but it's been a bad year.
It is essentially his rookie year. Like, he's a first-year quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, he's a second year, but it's basically a first-year quarterback. He's got a fantastic team around him. So it's a tough one for Vikings fans. Well, look at
a team that hasn't played that well this year.
In terms of offense, he's got weapons. If you're a rookie quarterback and you've got Jefferson, Addison, you've got 2 pretty decent running backs, you'd be pretty excited about playing.
But it's translated to not much.
No, that's what I mean. So that's like Vikings fans should be upset with the decision that they've made. Got rid of Sam Darnold, who took them all the way to the playoffs last year and hardly lost a game. They put their eggs in a rookie quarterback, and It's
It
not
was a
working.
bold move. It was a bold move. Hasn't paid off yet. The Bears 31 defeated the Steelers 28. Boys, the Bears are playoff bound. We can say that now. 8-3. Goodness me, I didn't expect that. Yes, it's only a 3-point win at home against Mason Rudolph. Rogers was out with that fractured left wrist, but you still need to beat TJ Watt and co. And Caleb Williams did that. Not a
31
perfect game,
points.
but
Awesome effort.
three touchdowns despite a couple of missed passes. They're going along nicely enough.
Well, back to the Vikings and JJ McCarthy. This is kind of what we were saying about Caleb Williams last year. Rookie year, had all the weapons. It's not working. Something has to change. So
Yep.
if you are a Vikings fan, on the other side of it, look at what the Chicago Bears have done this year and look forward to something like that, hopefully, next year.
Still got 5 more games to get through. We'll rattle through this one quick. The Browns 24 at the Raiders 10. Doss, you would have loved that game. 3-8. Browns are 2-9. Raiders 31-32 on your watchability scale. These two, I think you said.
30 and 32, I think.
Oh,
Oh, no,
yeah.
this is
Raiders-
31-32.
Raiders 32. They're last. I can't watch the Raiders anymore. I couldn't watch that Monday night disaster against
Yep.
the Cowboys. I just can't watch this team. There's no juice about the Raiders.
Well, I tell you, there's some juice about the Browns because Shedeur Sanders becomes the first quarterback for the
Yep.
Browns since 1995 to win his first start for the
Is that
team. There's been
19 of them. They've
17 since that have
17,
lost their
is it?
first start. But Shedeur won it. So after all the criticism, at least he's got that. Well done. New lows for the Raiders. Bright spot for Cleveland at last. Geno Smith sacked 10 times.
Well, it probably helps that
10
they sack the
times.
opposition quarterback 10 times.
3 of them by Myles Garrett, including 2 forced fumbles for him, 2.5 for Malik Collins and a fumble recovery. Garrett is on record.
he is going to
pace.
beat the record.
Oh,
Looks like it.
easy.
He's on 18. The
Easy.
record's 22.
He needs 5 in 7 games?
Yep.
Something like
Yep.
that.
The Jags 24 defeated the Cardinals in overtime. They just
games.
keep winning these games after beating the Chargers last week. It wasn't pretty again for Lawrence. 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, but they did win. The defense sacked Jacoby Brissett 3 times, and 3 receivers scored touchdowns with Brian Thomas Jr. still out with that ankle sprain. Yes, it was overtime, but it's 2 in a row since that Texans comeback debacle. So I think we'll need to take them off that shelf of shame because they're 7-4.
They're 7-4, man. They're coming off, yeah.
Lawrence 3 picks, and then he had the other one that was the fumble, that was technically it was almost basically a pick 6 where it was fumble and bounced up and
Yeah.
Cardinals defender ran it in. So it's 4 turnovers, 4 interceptions. They still found a way to win against the Jacoby Brissett Arizona Cardinals, throwing the ball 49 times in this game. He's going to hit 60 soon.
Who would you rather, Doss? Michael Wilson or Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Oh, I mean,
Because Marvin Harrison
Yeah.
Jr., I think, has had more than 6 receptions once in his
Yep.
career. Michael Wilson has just gone 15 and 10 2 weeks in a row as wide receiver 1.
Wowzers. Who would have thought?
185, 118 yards, just lacking a TD.
The Cowboys and the Eagles. What a comeback win for the Dallas Cowboys. 24-21. They were down and out. 21-0 down. They came back to win it, equaling their biggest comeback in franchise history. Boys, their season's definitely alive. And oh, look, AJ Brown, 110 yards, and his team lost, so he'd be pretty happy this week.
He is.
He
He's
got some
quiet.
attention and they lost, but who cares about the team?
Yep.
Yeah, bright boots. Look at me, AJ Brown. You lost. Well done, mate.
Cowboys season high offense, Hawley, 473 yards.
Best receiver in the league, Doss, George Pickens.
He
We will get to that discussion later.
He
by
couldn't
the
be
way.
covered at all.
No.
Yes, I mean, CeeDee Lamb was well covered. He had a pretty quiet game. But this is the difference with the Cowboys on offense where the last few years where it's all been on CeeDee Lamb. And if he's been covered as a bad game, then the offense just goes because they've had no run
Yeah.
game either,
Also,
right?
CD had the targets. He just dropped. He dropped 3
Yeah,
or
he didn't
4
have a
catches.
good. Yeah,
which
well, that's what I mean.
he doesn't usually do.
CeeDee Lamb struggled previously. The Cowboys
game
had
over.
that was
Yeah,
game
it's done.
over, right? Because their defense.
Oh, they had Ezekiel Elliott 2.0.
Oh yeah,
Carolina.
2.0
He'd get them a
Zeke
good
Elliott.
28 yards a game.
They had Rico Dowdle as well.
Yeah, that's true. They didn't use
got rid of
him.
him.
Can I credit to first year coach Brian Schottenheimer?
Yes.
Because since the last 2 weeks, Monday Night Football, and yesterday's comeback win against the Eagles post the Marshawn Nealon death.
Yeah.
You know, sports are a thing where it's. I don't mean to say it. It's funny how sports are like, something like that, a tragedy like that can galvanize and bring together a team, right? And all of a sudden, the Cowboys on defense, the last 2 games, okay, the Raiders not so good, but
Sure.
outside of the first 3 drives yesterday, where the Eagles went bang, 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 basically were just 3 and outs and punts and mistakes from then on in. And the Cowboys have just got a bit of spirit about them, and they got the Chiefs on Thanksgiving this week, and all of a sudden,
a big
that
game.
game a month ago was, that's not going to be, now that game's got a lot of juice about it. And this is the type of, the Eagles fans, Hawley, well, they're 8-3. but they can something to complain about all week.
Oh yeah,
This is
Good.
this is classic Philly fans.
and you love to hear it.
We're 8-3, but we're going to complain all week. We're top of our division, but we lost to the Cowboys, so we're going to sook all week.
Just
Yeah.
no juice about the Philadelphia Eagles.
Not on offense, really.
Juice is your word today, isn't it?
It is the word of the day, juice. Put the little liquid juice drops in the as the emoji if you make it at the
Is
end
there
of
a
the show.
juice box or a juice that you can put in the if you
Dunno.
make it to the
If
end?
there's not, put the 3 droplets. That can mean all sorts of things, but today it just means juice. 2 more games. The Falcons 24 defeated the Saints 10. Kirk Cousins is back, starting and winning in the NFL. It's an inconsequential game in the NFC South, so let's not spend much time on that. Huge question marks for Atlanta to look back on this season and wonder how it's become such a fizzer. The last game was yesterday, the Sunday night football game, smashing the Rams 34-7 over the Bucks. I said the wheels have fallen off about someone else before. They have fallen off in Tampa Bay over the last month. And for the Rams, it's the complete opposite. Matt Stafford, this is an MVP year.
Yep.
He should win the MVP if he continues like this. 3 more touchdowns,
Yeah.
can't be stopped. 2 interceptions for the year. He's incredible at 37 years of
I
age.
think they want him to win the MVP as well, the Rams, because
kept him in.
they kept slinging. And
Oh,
they
yeah,
didn't
true.
keep him in and Kyron took over or Blake Crown
Yeah.
took over. Stafford just sat there and just slung the ball wherever he could.
What's how he's doing it? That's his style
and
at
I
the moment.
suppose that's what they're doing. Just keep throwing and keep winning.
His accuracy is incredible. They're fun to watch, the Rams, on both sides of the ball.
They are.
Awesome young defense. Offensively, they got weapons all over the place. Devontae Adams was the missing piece in the red zone. Stafford loves throwing to him and targeting him because he got that target there. Now, Puka Nacua is consistently
beast.
So good.
You can't tackle him. You can't bring him down. He's a freak. And congratulations to Chris Collinsworth, 500th game
I
broadcast.
saw that. Go on, Joss.
He's
Go on.
got-
Tell us about your 500.
I get to watch Matt Stafford. This guy right here, he comes out here, and I wanted to see Baker Mayfield, but he got banged up. But Todd Bowles kept him in the game. I didn't like that decision at all.
Is that Matt Maven talking or Chris Collinsworth?
That's both.
Yeah, Baker's got a sprain on
I
his
didn't
left
like
shoulder.
it though. Yeah, left shoulder, and then Bowles sends him back out. Oh, you try and throw a Hail Mary before halftime.
Yeah, and then it hurt it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't look good.
And now he's got MRI. It looks like there's no tears, Hawley.
sprain,
AC
right?
joint.
It's a confirmed sprain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
but he'll probably be out for a week or so.
could
you
be
would think.
Teddy Two Gloves.
Yeah.
Hawley's boy.
Speaking of uninspiring. All right, we've got MNF. 49ers 7-4 play the Panthers today, but that is the quick games. We've got playoff lock and shelf of shame in just a second. All right, Hawley, get behind that couch,
Oh,
mate.
we're
You've
on.
got your roaming mic. We've got roaming Brian in the studio today. You love this part. I'm sure the listeners love it too when he just...
Roaming Hall. He's cleaned up a bit back there. I noticed, Hawley.
Well, we sort of had to, Jimbo, when we moved the entire studio around to do the watch along. There you
Forced
go.
clean up.
Now, let's start with the playoff lock as we always do. We're locking 2 more teams today. We've locked the Buffalo Bills, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that doesn't sound great now. The Detroit Lions, that doesn't sound great either.
Look, Tampa.
Philadelphia. Well, they were up by like 3 wins after
Weren't they
5 weeks in
ever?
their division.
They've lost the last 3. And
Philadelphia Eagles, Indianapolis Colts, and then 2 that are in very good form at the moment, the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. So we need to lock 2 today. Let's go division by division. We've locked the Pats and the Bills in the AFC East, so we're not taking anyone else there. The AFC North, we have not locked anyone. The Ravens now lead that with 5 wins in a row. The Steelers are second. They're both 6-5. Let's not touch that just yet. The AFC South, we have locked the Colts, and the Jags and the Texans are catching up hard, so I'm starting to get worried there. Let's come back to that. The AFC West, we've locked the Broncos, haven't locked the Chargers or the Chiefs, but they're 2 and 3 wins back respectively. Oh, this is getting hard. We're going to do 2 today. The NFC East, the Eagles we have locked. The Cowboys are still 2.5 wins back. The NFC North, we have locked the team that's coming third, which is the 7
you wanted to
4.
lock them. That was silly.
Does that sound right?
I was not unlocking the
Who
Lions.
did you want to lock?
Well, Green Bay were top at the time when you locked Detroit, and I
They're-
said, why aren't we locking the team that's sitting on top of the
They're
division?
also not leading the division, though, the
Yeah,
Packers,
but
because the
that-
Bears are at 8-3.
Yeah, but they got the Bears coming up 2 games in the next month.
Oh, and you're
so,
confident of winning both?
yeah.
Okay. Well, NFC South, the Bucks are 6-5. The Panthers are 6-5. The Falcons they're not in it. And then the NFC West, we have locked we haven't locked the
haven't.
Rams.
I think-
Okay, it's the Rams.
It's the
yeah,
Rams.
Doss, you wanted to hold off on the Rams last time, so let's.
I think we both wanted to, didn't we?
Well, that was
no,
before the Rams.
I just watched it before. You and me wanted to.
Oh, we wanted to lock
That was before the Rams Seahawks game. That's
and,
why.
And the
I wanted-
Seahawks are also 8-3.
Yeah.
So we've locked the Rams today. We need one more team.
Oh, they'll both play playoffs. Go the Rams because they got the tiebreaker.
Yeah, we
now.
have.
We've
Yep.
gone
Okay.
around. So do we lock another North team? NFC North team.
Bears 8-3. Packers
Do we back all
7-3
three
and
of them
1.
to sneak in?
Well, we almost have to if we've backed the.
Then the Seahawks are
Lions.
sitting 8-3 as well. Though, what's their record?
Well, let's
What
look
does
at the
their
playoff
draw
picture
look
in
like?
the NFC at the moment because the Rams, Eagles, Bears, Bucks are the division leaders. As it stands, the Seahawks are in. They have a 90% playoff probability. The Packers are in at 78%, and then the 49ers, with the Lions sitting just outside the wild card
Well,
spots.
the Seahawks play the Vikings this week, so you expect that to be a victory.
They got a tough run.
Then they play the Falcons.
That's a win.
Should be a win. The Colts 50-50, Rams
Let's-
50-50
Yep,
to a
let's
loss.
say they lose those two. They're 10-5,
The Panthers
11-5.
should beat them, and then they finish up with the 49ers, which could be a pretty exciting game for both teams.
I think we've got to lock the Hawks.
The Seahawks.
Rams and Seahawks.
I'm comfortable locking the Seattle Seahawks.
All right, we've gone bang bang.
Or
in the
is it
NFC
the
West.
Ravens?
That Colts game's at home, Hawley.
Is
So-
it the Ravens? That's a good question. Is it the Ravens? Because their record's not good enough for wild card at the
They
moment.
got a Thursday night Joe Burrow showdown. That's gonna be
this
a good
week?
game.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
And then they play them
Joe
again.
Burrow.
Then he's back this week. And then they play him again 2 weeks later. Jeez, no, he might hold off on the Ravens because
Yeah.
they play the Steelers twice and the Bengals twice. And it'll come down to the Steelers games. And they got the Pats and the Packers. Oh, wow. They've got to run home.
Rams, Seahawks.
Far
Let's
out.
have faith in that NFC
Okay,
West.
cool.
Yeah.
The West
Okay.
is locked.
I think it's the best division in football record-wise at the moment anyway.
Yeah,
so
it
we
is.
can have faith in it. The 49ers are third and they are 7-4.
7-4,
So
yeah.
you'll take
Could be
that.
8-4 today, depending on how they go against Carolina.
Yes, it could
But then
be.
Carolina
that's
could
right.
go top of the division.
Seahawks have a game in hand there on the Niners as well, don't they?
Well, let's have a look at the shelf of shames. That's the playoff lock. We've
Exciting
done the
times.
Rams and the Seahawks. I'm going to rattle through a few. Do you need some more slack on the headphones there,
Yeah,
Holly?
if you could
do that
throw
for you.
some down my way, mate.
Try that. Better?
Delicious.
Make sure the lighting on you's just moved a bit there.
Do we need the Michael Schumacher collection on the shelf of shame?
No,
I
you can
feel
move
like
that
that's
off.
a bit offensive to the great man.
That should not be on the shelf of
No,
shame.
it should not be.
I tell you who should be on the shelf of shame is the people that are trying to blackmail his family for releasing photos of
Oh,
his
really?
current condition. The former housekeeper there, like guy that was looking after them, stole photos and like digital stuff from the Schumachers of videos of his rehab and everything and have tried to blackmail them for millions of dollars.
Yeah,
It's in
right.
court.
Didn't know that.
Is that one of the most disgraceful things you've ever heard?
Mm. Yeah, that's not
Terrible.
good.
So yes, please get Michael Schumacher off the shelf of shame. That's
Yep, he's gone.
big faux pas from me. The Saints, all right, they were on at 2-8. They beat the Panthers and lost to the Falcons. They're 2-9.
No, they can stay.
Saints
Add
are,
up.
Saints are nailed on the.
Yeah, they're nailed on.
Sure.
Cardinals on it. Oh yeah, take the Jags off
They're gone.
because they're 7-4. They've won 2 since that capitulation. The
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals were on at 3-8. They lost to the 49ers easily and lost to the Jags in overtime. They have to stay on.
I like Jacoby though. I feel bad
Yeah.
having him on there,
Well,
but they have to be on there. They're losing.
I mean, if you could, you'd have Trevor Lawrence sitting on the shelf of shame as an individual,
good point.
but we can't.
No.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll do that
Maybe
next
that's
year.
ne- yeah, I'll-
Individuals.
yeah. It's a
You can get little cutouts during the week of all the players that might go on. the shelf of
coaches,
shame.
coaches as well.
That'll get nasty because every week we'll accuse each other of needing to be on the shelf of shame.
Coaches as
That's
well.
a terrible call. Get on the shelf of shame. So yeah, Cardinals at 3-8 are on. The Raiders, they're 2-9. They stay on. They've lost heaps. The Bengals were 3-6. They're now 3-8. They stay on. The Titans were 1-8. They're 1-10. They stay on. But I will say that they have at least showed some improvement. The last 3 games have only been 1-score losses against the Chargers, the Texans, and the Seahawks. So there's
Against
at
good
least
teams.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least there has been some positivity. But obviously 1-10, they're on the shelf. The Browns, they were 2-7. They lost to the Ravens. They beat the Raiders. That enough to move the needle?
Well,
Don't know about that.
Browns aren't up here.
Are they?
No, I don't know
Why
where
not?
they're. I did have a little sook last week.
there they are.
There we go.
Yeah, you knocked the
I
whole thing off
threw
and
them
to
all off.
rebuild it.
Because
Yeah.
why? Who did we put up that I wasn't
The
happy with?
Jags.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you were
that's
right about the sook, but please don't hit them off again because that was annoying.
Yeah, I was right. Who would have thought, Dos?
The,
Who decided to leave them up? Kurt. You wanted them off, didn't you?
No, it was 2-1. Obviously,
I think I wanted Jacksonville
It's
on
a
that.
2-1
because
vote.
that was after the Houston capitulation. Yes, they
Yes.
should have been on there.
agreed.
They can come off now.
That's right.
They're off.
Browns staying on at 3-8. They did win.
Yeah, no, let's just stay on.
The Giants.
No, you can't. I think first rookie quarterback to have a win in the last
Miles Garrett is
17
the
years.
only thing that
I'm just gonna put him just next to the shelf of shame on top of the Texans.
we need a
here.
halfway shelf.
The edge of shame.
The edge of shame.
Okay, so they're off, are they?
Yeah, that's a pretty good.
Remember, it's a
That's as good
majority.
as you can get.
It's a majority vote here, Chris. You established those rules a mere 2 weeks ago.
Sure.
Has to be 2-1.
What do you guys vote?
Yeah, I'll back you in. Take them.
Thanks, mate.
Just want to point it out. Giants, we're on at 2-8. They're 2-10. Bears, Packers, Lions, all 1-score losses.
Far out. There's not much movement, is there?
Falcons.
Anyone to add?
Falcons are there. Hang on, we'll get there. Falcons on at 3-6. They
tell
lost
you
to the
what.
Panthers in overtime, and they beat the Saints. They're 4-7. The Falcons. Well, did I not have them on there? What have I done with this shelf?
Not sure.
They are on at the moment, so pop them on, and we're leaving them on. Are we 4-7?
I'm keeping them on. They've just beat the Saints.
Okay.
They had
Not
a win.
convincingly.
Who'd they play the week before?
They
Penix
lost-
is out
no,
for
they
the
lost
year.
to
ACL.
Carolina.
What happens with Penix now? Next year.
No, he'll be the starter.
ACL.
Yeah.
Not week 1.
Maybe not quite week 1. You know how it is with the
Davis
ACLs,
Mills.
though.
Well, that's what I'm hearing. Maybe Ryan Fitzpatrick.
The Jets were 2-8. They're now 2-9. Keep them on. The Commanders were 3-7. Now 3-8 with a bye. The Jags, we've taken them off.
Yep.
Okay. And the Dolphins last week, they came off because they have won a
Oh.
couple in a row. So they shouldn't be on there.
They're not on there.
Okay.
Anyone else we need to consider?
Uh,
Jeez, if the Chiefs lost, they wouldn't be far off of it.
Yeah, no, they'd be going on.
Far out.
yeah, 5-6. They'd be close.
Mm.
They would be close for a team like
Who
that.
else we got here?
There is one we need to put on, I
Steelers are-
think. Well, this is my contender for the week, Hawley.
Minnesota.
The Minnesota Vikings. They're 4-7. They've lost 3 in a row. JJ McCarthy is drowning.
Yeah.
Yep.
They deserve to be on for getting
Yep.
rid of Sam Darnold alone. Put
They
them on.
suck. Okay, hold on.
It's always the hardest
Where
one.
are they?
Stop throwing them. It takes
Got
so
'em.
much time to clean this studio.
For all the how busy you are during the day watching sport.
Yeah, it's refreshing my emails for invoices to come through. Any others, Dos, any other contenders?
No, I think we've got it covered now.
Yeah?
Um,
We've still got a busy shelf over there.
There's a lot on here.
How many we got? 11?
So we got
10?
Bengals, Cards, Falcons, Raiders, Saints, Vikings, Commanders, Jets, Giants, Tennessee. Far out.
need to stack them up
NFL's
a bit so we can.
We
It's
wanna-
not a good place this year.
In the comments, we wouldn't mind some advice on who to take off. Is there anywhere we can trim from there? Because it does seem pretty heavy.
Nah, there's a lot of garbage teams. Right
Oh, that's
now.
true. Is it normally this bad? Would
There's
we
a lot
normally
of
have this
bad
many?
teams.
Do we need to have a shelf of shame, kind of like almost off?
Like staggered shelf
Yeah,
of
it
shame?
needs to see a bit and not leaving.
You want me to add more shelving to this place, do you? Those ones are barely hanging on
A
as it
couple
is.
more shelves if we can,
My
please.
carpentry is not my strong point. All right, that's a shelf of shame. We've
Done.
got Mailbag coming up. Oh, boy. Been a while since we've done a mailbag, Dos.
Has been
Yeah, it's a good suggestion
I
from
don't
you.
think we've done it for
at least 6 months.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I reckon it was the back end of last season, maybe even into the playoffs.
Yeah, normally it's an off-season thing, isn't it? that we
Yeah,
do?
we've
But
done
there's
that.
a lot,
Maybe it was off season, I should say.
a lot of listener and viewer interaction. So let's get stuck right into it. Skip wants to know, and he's a Seahawks man, why doesn't the media talk about JSN like he is the best wide receiver in the league? Yeah, we're the media. We're not mainstream, though.
He just broke the Seahawks all-time receiving record.
Yeah,
Single
for
season.
Single season.
in 11 games.
11 games. Unbelievable.
Yep, he is flying. Dos, do you feel he's not getting the attention he deserves, or is that just a salty Seahawks take?
No, probably not getting the notoriety that he should get.
Mhm.
I think that's fair to say. The Seattle market, it's a big market, but still he's, probably not getting the, I guess from a national media perspective, the coverage that he should be. You know,
Yep.
there'll be a lot of talk on George Pickens this week because he plays for the Cowboys. He's playing very well, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But because he plays for the Cowboys, he'll get spoken about more than what Jackson Smith and Jigba will get spoken about, who's been doing this week after week.
Yep.
He even had a really good season last season too, to be fair, with Geno Smith throwing him the ball. So I think that's fair. I think he is underappreciated at the moment from if you asked casual fan of the NFL, what you thought, would you have Jackson Smith and Jigba as a top 3 receiver? I would say most people would say no.
The reasonable person test, eh? By the
Yeah.
way, he is on pace to break the record.
Well, mate,
Megatron
his
for receiving
worst
yards.
game this year has been 79 yards.
Really?
He's dropped below his
Yeah.
other 2 games. He's only had 3 games below 100 yards, and 2 of them have been 93 and 96. Both
Oh
games
my
with
gosh.
both of those games with a TD. So
So he's on track for 2,013 yards. That would clear the record by 49.
I don't see it. Well, I don't see a world where he doesn't get it.
Oh, I do see a world. I mean, that's not
He-
that much of a margin. You just need one bad game and you're off the pace.
Yeah.
I don't, is he
I hope
having
he gets it. I reckon he's going to get a 200
Listen,
yarder
listen
this
to
year.
this. Listen to this month: 132 in a TD, 162 in a TD, 123 in a TD, 129 on the ground, and 129 in the air and 11 on the ground. So that's 140 yards.
It's a big year. It's a great year, and we've talked a lot about him. I guess the question of is he the best wide receiver in the NFL? Obviously, statistically, he is at the moment. But the test is, if you're building a roster right now, Hawley, to win the Super Bowl this year, who is the first wide receiver you take?
It's easy to say I want to take Chase or Jefferson or CD because they've had the production for the last few years.
And that's the thing that is potentially holding some people back.
Give us 2 more years, and I'm guessing most will probably say it's JSN.
Yep.
Because if you're watching some Seahawks games, like he's not getting lucky. Like he is causing separation, and Darnold is putting it there, and defenders just can't. They genuinely just can't get near him.
Puka Nacua has an argument, I think. If you're building a wide receiver core and starting a franchise,
I think Puka,
given
and
how
Jason,
good,
they're in the same little bubble of who's your best wide receiver, and then you look at the stats and you think, oh wow, Puka and Jason are right there. I didn't really think of them as a top 2, top 3.
But I mean for win now. I'm not talking because they're younger, they get an advantage in this draft. I'm saying you have to win a Super Bowl this year. Who is the wide receiver you take? Because that's the true answer of who is the best in the league.
If you gave me Chase, JSN, Pickens, or Puka,
I'm still taking Justin Jefferson.
Or Jefferson, I wouldn't care.
And if something similar to this happens for one more year, we're all taking JSN.
Be close. Or Puka's probably going to do similar to this next year as well. It's
tough.
It's tough to just say one player is the best because it's too hard. They all put up pretty similar production, right?
All right, good question.
But he's awesome to watch. I love
So
watching
good.
JSN.
He's so good.
He's fantastic to watch. His route running is phenomenal.
Ozzy says, "Who's the best team? Who do you think is the best team right now?" The Rams for me, easy. Clearly the best team.
Staff is slinging it. I mean,
and defensively,
both sides of the ball. Yeah, it's the LA Rams.
The Pats are not the best team in the league.
Okay.
They have the best record, but they're not the best team.
Pats offensively worry me a little bit at the moment.
The Davis Mills led
Houston Texans. Yeah.
I think.
What's your answer, Holly?
Yeah, I probably can't go past the Rams, can you? They're flying. With the way Stafford is playing, you can't get close to him at the moment. And the Pats have, like you said, they've got the best record. They've still come up against some subpar opponents, and they don't have a tough schedule for the rest of the year. Where the Rams, the Rams are. You know what? I'll go Baltimore.
Baltimore.
I think the Ravens. I think the Ravens at the moment
are the best team.
They're 6-5.
Yeah, and what have they done the last month?
Won 5 in a row, but they're not.
They have not. They have not
pretty well
good.
Since Lamar's been back. They've won 5 in a row, right?
Yes, they have, but
and he hasn't played well. Their defense has played well.
I'm talking
offensively.
You watch Ravens will win the Super Bowl now, and he'll rub this in our face.
I mean, against the Jets, Derrick Henry went at 3 yards per carry against one of the worst defenses in the NFL.
I thought you were tossing up between the Pats and the Rams, and then you just said Baltimore.
And then I forgot about Baltimore.
I can hear Broncos fans right now. I know as soon as we publish this episode,
come at us, Quag.
Yeah, wow, and the rest of them.
And the rest. We go to
Timmy
a lot of
May,
fans
Sean Williams.
Let's keep moving. Frank Grimes wants to know, when are you going to start respecting the birds? What birds is Frank talking about?
Eagles. This was, to be fair,
after this week, Frank.
This was before yesterday's game.
Yeah, it was. I'll respect them
because their defense had played really well and just put teams in a chokehold. I mean, this is after they stopped the Lions.
Have we been disrespectful to the Eagles? I think we've had a cautious optimism about them, which is warranted, right?
Yeah, it's just been a normal. Yeah, Eagles won again. Good on them. We'll see them in the playoffs, and that's that.
Yeah. Okay.
Just expect.
I mean, they're rolling along. They're going to win their division.
Yes.
Yesterday was that
hurts.
No, we have been a little disrespectful because you called them. Did you call them boring? You don't want to watch their games. 10-7 and 16-9. We did talk about them. I think last week or the week before. How they're boring games. They're getting the win, but offense isn't really working.
I'll go one step further. They're boring and unlikable.
I like them. You just don't like him because of the Chiefs.
He doesn't like he doesn't like Sirianni.
I also don't really like AJ Brown.
AJ's annoying, isn't he?
I feel nothing towards Jalen Hurts.
Do you feel sorry for Devonta Smith?
I really like Devonta Smith.
He just seems like a bit of just a good guy.
He does seem like a good dude. Yeah, we'd have him on the pod.
So does Saquon.
Yeah,
Saquon's a good guy. But they just can't get him going this season.
No. Oishan McHugh says, who's our shout for Rookie of the Year? on both sides of the ball. I'm starting
all right.
offensive rookie of the year.
said
I'm
him-
going Tyler Warren. I think he's a real.
I'm glad
chance.
you said that.
Yep. Igbuka was hot favourite for the first half of the year. Obviously, injury
He's
issues recently.
dropped off a little bit, hasn't
Dropped
he?
off a bit. I'll go Warren.
Has there been an RB? Most of the RBs
Nah.
have kind of come and gone, haven't they? Hampton was playing really well, injured. Judkins the same.
Henderson was building. Is
Henderson-
building. He didn't have a great game yesterday. I'll go defense.
Yeah, go on.
I'm
I was
gonna
gonna
go
ask.
Nick Imanwari.
Oh yeah, your boy.
For me.
Yeah.
I was close.
What about Schlesinger?
Yeah, I was close to Carson
Yeah.
Schlesinger.
He's probably. I think he might be the favourites in a few people's minds.
It
He's a
could
good
be.
year for the Browns.
He's been really good for the Browns in the middle of that defense. I like the pick at the time, and I love the Imanwari pick, and I'm as well. But in that Mike McDonald defense, he's played mostly at the nickel position, been used at safety. If you want to look, been sent on blitzes as well. He looks fantastic. He can do it all. He's an amazing athlete. His PFF grade, if we want to look at that, puts him 10th on qualifying corners. 9 total pressures, which is first for his position.
10th total, so
Yeah.
not just rookies.
No.
Oh, he's having a very nice year.
10th out of 108.
Okay, take that.
So he's had a really good season. He's really good to watch. He had a career game against the Cardinals, I think a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
And he's building nicely. And I like the Tyler Warren pick for offensive rookie of the year.
Well, he's
Just
a leading.
consistently, he's played well all season. Igbuka had that first month when the Buccaneers were hot. He got banged up, to be fair, and now he's a lone target. Chris Godwin only came back yesterday, but again, considering they've had no real run game with the Bucky Irving issue, him being out, he's worn a fair bit of the load and the target share too. So for a first year wide receiver, Emeka Ibuka's had a very good season still.
Well, Warren's the leading receiver in this Colts team. That's been very good.
Yeah.
On
Prince
balance.
Sean.
Judkins. Yeah. What's his stat line for the year?
He's 667 and 7 TDs in 10 games. He's on track, projected 1,031 yards, which is almost identical to Tyler Warren.
Yep.
But 11 TDs. So
Okay,
if he knocks that off, then that would have to be pretty tough to beat.
that's a nice start.
It's whether they win enough games to.
That's the other thing. And he's only going at 3.9 yards a carry, which is a little bit
there's
low.
that.
He's not an explosive. Well, I shouldn't
Where
be
he pulled
disrespectful.
off a 70 yarder.
Yeah, I
on the
shouldn't be
weekend, didn't he?
disrespectful that he's not explosive. That's
So
probably
what you
a
want,
little rough.
Dos? Now-
And a 70 and a 52 yarder.
Yeah.
All right, Renetti asks, the resurgence of Bryce Young, are the Panthers playoff bound? And a few people like this question, and the answer is no.
I think they probably are.
I don't think they are.
Well, they only have to compete with Tampa. And
They have to
Tampa
win the
have-
division, otherwise they won't
Tampa
get
have
it.
Correct.
completely fallen off the hill.
I still back Tampa to beat Carolina when it comes to the crunch. You have any faith that this
depend-
Carolina team can finish this?
Not as a favourite.
Yes.
to start as underdogs every week.
Yeah, great
True.
point.
And the resurgence of Bryce Young hasn't been a consistent
know about
resurgence. I'm not
resurgence.
sure about
Like,
that either.
Every time Bryce Young has a good game, he'll then have
He does. He
Three-
follows it up with the poor one.
3 bad games when
Yeah.
you're just like, what is going on?
I love the wishful thinking. I would love the Panthers to play playoffs, but I don't think they get there this
Well, let's
year.
see what happens with Baker.
And tonight, today's game.
They've
Yeah,
got San Fran.
huge
If they
against
knock
San
off
Fran.
San Fran, then they're top of the NFC South.
My answer completely changes if they win today, but I don't think they will.
Fair enough.
But I'd love to see it.
I think they can play playoff football. Definitely.
But it
They-
has to be via a division win because they won't get in on the
No,
wild
correct.
card.
Yeah, correct.
Sammy Nick asks, will the Giants ever be good again?
Probably not. No.
Not while we're
I
alive.
don't think they will.
Oh, man.
Man,
It's-
I feel
they'll be
bad
okay
laughing
next
at
year.
Giants fan. I feel bad now.
Cam will be back. Malik will be back. Jackson Dart, he's had his little taste of the NFL now. Give him an off season with all of these guys all together at training camp.
I feel like we need more than when all your guys are fit, you'll be fine. Because
Yeah.
your guys are never all fit and they're never fine, the Giants. We say this every year, once all their guys are fine, but they never are. Like, we need something more fundamental than let's hope our players are fit.
They have a
Because
new-
every team does that.
They're going to have a new
Well,
head coach.
If every player's team is fit, every player's team is fit.
Every team's.
Every team's player.
Every team's player is fit.
Players.
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Keep going.
If everyone's fit on your team, then generally you have a good season.
Well, of
It's just how
course.
sport works.
Everyone
Yeah, but-
will.
worldwide.
But that happens to about 6% of teams. Like,
Oh, that's right. And that's why there's so many teams on the shelf of shame, isn't there?
but my point is, you can't hold on to that hope when it's so unlikely to happen. There has to be more of
They
a
need
plan than
depth.
just let's hope they're all fit. Exactly.
Yeah,
they need a
depth. But I mean, we've seen
build
it.
a roster for goodness sakes.
We've seen. Well, we've seen it. We're seeing it with Tampa right now.
Yeah.
They've lost half of their offense now. Their quarterback's hurt, and they're getting pounded, and that's because of a massive amount of injuries. to key players, that is. So and that's what's happened to the Giants. Mind you, the Giants have still only won 2 games of the year. You got to be better than they're 2-10. You got to be better than that with a few injuries.
That's the inverse of the Pats. Oh boy. What's next? We've got Rams Down Under says, with this season having no real undeniable contenders, maybe except for the Rams. It's a very modest question. Who's your most obscure team that could get hot and make it to the championship game or even the Super Bowl? For Rams Down Under, they say the Texans, or even more outlandish was Dallas. And I think they wrote that before Dallas came back and beat Philly, which was incredible.
Massive.
So
Dallas have to make the playoffs first.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
I think he's probably right with the Texans.
yeah.
The old defense wins championships.
Yeah.
That's right here with the Texans. And if, like you said, if CJ gets moving just a little bit, then this defense can really carry him.
Clint82 says, will Philadelphia sort their offense out before the playoffs? And again, I think this was written before that Cowboys game. Dos?
Well, they need to.
Yeah, they'll find a way to get it sorted. There's too much talent. It's the most expensive offense in the NFL. They banged up on the offensive line as well.
Yeah.
Divisional games, divisional games are always, and road games are always they're always close and tricky, especially in the NFC East. But there's been enough there where I would back the Eagles offense to show up in a playoff game when they need to. I wouldn't want to play them I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs.
No, I don't want to. I didn't want to last year.
No, same as the Chiefs. If they make the playoffs, they've had such a. They're not an obscure team.
I was going to ask if they come from 5-5 to win the Super Bowl. Does that count as obscure, or is it the Chiefs?
Not obscure. It's just they've had a bad start to the season. They sorted it out because they're the Chiefs.
Okay. Hans Offerback, Musclecat Media loyalist Hans Offerback asks, I'm a massive JJ McCarthy fan and I want to watch him play next year. Does anyone know how to watch the CFL in Australia?
That's actually very good.
Very good.
I don't know, but you're still waiting on your CFL jersey, aren't you?
No,
that was
USFL.
Oh,
USFL. Birmingham Stallions?
Something like that,
Yeah, but you promised me that, boys.
Yeah,
couldn't get it
sorted
here.
it.
Wow, that was a long time ago, wasn't it? Almost 4 years ago we were talking about that nonsense.
Poor JJ and the Vikings.
Loyal Packer fan, Hans. In case you didn't
There has to be
work
someone
that out.
fired. If JJ struggles again next year, there have to be multiple coaches and
It's not
players
Kevin
within that
O'Connell.
Organization losing their job.
It'll be.
Yes.
Hey, how long have you been waiting to use that sound effect?
Since the start, yep.
It's the one time we actually haven't spoken about people being fired.
Could have used it for Chip Kelly.
Oh, yeah, we could have. Nicholas Litster, with the Bengals in no position to make playoffs, why rush Burrow back? Wouldn't it be better to play Flacco out and get a higher draft position? That's question one.
It's a good point.
Well, Joe Burrow will play, my understanding is Thanksgiving this Friday, which is set up perfectly up against I mean, until they're mathematically eliminated,
I guess.
But-
So next week.
Look,
Yeah.
if they come out and beat the best team in the NFL on Thursday night,
Yeah.
then they're only 2 games back from.
I think you have to have a crack with this long left in the season with Burrow fit, but it's getting close. It's definitely getting close to that time.
I mean,
If the
they got to win out. They got to get to 9-8, and then you got to again, like last year, they're going to have to result on other teams and conference and divisional records and strength of schedule records, and other teams losing. So I think there's too many teams ahead of them, Hawley. When you're looking at,
They're not grabbing a wild card spot. If the Ravens were sitting at 9-3 or something like that, or 9-2 or 8-3, then it might be different because the Bengals are just about mathematically out of the race. But because they're only 3 games back and they play the Ravens twice, they're every chance to knock them off both times. And
doesn't matter. The defense isn't good enough.
no, you're right. It's not.
Last question.
You can throw all the offense at it that you want.
It's not going to matter, is it?
Last question also from Nick is, has Brandon Ayuk ruined his chances of being picked up by someone else?
He'll get picked up by someone when the 49ers release him.
Yeah.
But I mean, geez. I mean, we know NFL teams, they do their due diligence, and we've seen this before with wide receivers. I think he'll just bounce around, to be honest. He'll go to a bad team.
Yeah,
He won't go. There won't be a contender. I don't believe that will sign Brandon Ayuk next
Too much
season.
trouble.
What has he done? I've missed some of this, I think.
So the 49ers have got out of his contract.
Yep.
They've been able to avoid it, and that was largely around him, not showing up to team meetings, not participating. There's not doing the rehabilitation stuff. There's suspensions associated with that. So the $26 million guaranteed for the 2026 season has now been voided.
Oh,
So he's lost that
that's
money.
an expensive day off.
He's lost that money. The 49ers can get out of this now completely. They won't get anything by way of trade compensation. Should have traded him maybe to the New England Patriots back when he asked to be traded.
Oh, yeah.
They would have got something out of that. And it's amazing how those things work themselves out, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I look at the 49ers. I mean, to me, they took him in the first round, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, second team All-Pro. He held out. They paid him, gave him the 4-year, $120 million contract. He got what he wanted.
Yeah.
Showed up at the start of last season, not in any sort of condition. You know, I remember him before the ACL injury, he was bad.
Yeah.
Like, he was not playing well. Went down with the ACL in week 7. We're now well past 12 months, and he still is not in any sort of shape to be playing because clearly the 49ers would play him if he was.
I wonder what's happened.
So, I mean, teams are going to do their due diligence. I'll be speaking with John Lynch, Cole Shanahan. It's interesting. It'll be interesting to see where he lands next season.
Did you just say you'll be speaking with John Lynch? And
No.
Kyle Shanahan?
Teams will be speaking.
Oh,
with
right.
him,
I thought you had an in. I was like,
No.
I wouldn't put it past you, Doss.
No, that would
Okay,
be
all right.
nice.
That's the
But-
Ayuk situation.
yeah.
Yes, he'll land somewhere, but it's not promising for the coming years. It's an absolute tank job. We have got our no-brainers for the week to come, our Week 13 preview. But just very quickly, thank you very much to everybody who sent in a question. That was good. That was a good batch of questions. We've got some astute listeners, and we love when you get involved. Let's do our no-brainers for Week 13. I saw James visibly wince when he realised Week 11 was on there. It's all right, mate. I'm not perfect either.
But to our audio listeners, what are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, true, yeah. No errors here.
We did
No errors.
have one question in our Facebook from Chris Smith, and he said,
Oh, yeah.
after 40 years of being a Jets fan, should I continue?
I saw that.
You may as well, dude.
It's
You
probably
You've
did
got to
far.
stay with him.
It's probably the same as the Giants one. Will the Giants ever
Yeah.
be good again? It's like, probably not, mate.
If you
It was a
stop
good
now,
luck.
Chris, it'll be like that Panthers podcast that
they'll start
that
winning.
stopped and then they start winning. So just stick with it. It
You have
won't
to
get
stay
any
with
better.
your
from
team.
Yeah, it can't get any worse, I should say. All right, let's get the Week 13 games up, Jimbo, because we're going to run through our...
What is going on here?
Just doing a bit of research off screen. Jimbo.
Was prepping for the Ashes on the weekend.
Week 13, let's go.
Very good. That's one of your best,
Who
Jim.
is Glenn McGrath?
All right, the Packers at the line. So, reminder for, let me just adjust this. Here we go. For those who haven't seen this before, every week we pick 4 games that we consider no-brainers. The results should be easy to pick, and we're in good form now. We started very shakily. We're now at 71% completion. Let's pick our 4 for this week. Packers at Lions. That is a massive NFC North game. We can't pick it out of there, but boy, I'm looking forward to that one. Another big game for both teams is the Chiefs. This is the Thanksgiving lineup, by the way.
This is the Thanksgiving, and then we're in the Black Friday.
So these are Friday games,
Fun
Australian
Friday, isn't it?
time. Packers at Lions on Friday morning early, 4:30 a.m. South Australia, 5 a.m. Victoria, New South Wales. Chiefs and Cowboys after that. Bengals at Ravens after that. So they are all consequential games, really. That's a big, big Thanksgiving. Burrow's back, so we can't lock the Ravens.
No, we're not locking any of those.
I'm not locking any of those, to be honest.
I'm also-
maybe the Lions over the Packers, but
No,
that's probably
Packers will
only
go
one
in the
I'll
forward
look
field. Bears, Eagles as well.
I'm not-
Black
yeah,
Friday,
I'm not-
Saturday morning for
not touching
us.
that.
at. 6:30, I'll be up.
All right, let's get to the some of the trash in the Monday
Oh my God!
early
yeah.
slate.
Well, you have a look at all the good teams playing on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So you just know that the early slate is going to be rubbish here on Monday morning.
Saints at Dolphins.
Oh.
We can't pick that either. That's too tight to pick. Maybe the Dolphins. Texans,
in Miami.
Texans at Colts. That's tight. We've had 6 games that we can't pick here, boys. We're
There aren't
getting
going to be
desperate.
too many that we can pick, unfortunately.
I'm not locking anything with Atlanta.
Falcons at Jets. I can't pick that. 49ers at Browns. I think we have to start there, don't we? Oh, Garrett's on fire.
They just had 10 sacks. You sacked Brock Purdy 10 times.
Let's asterisk that.
I
Jim.
Hold
think-
on, we got some. I think there's a bit more coming.
Yeah.
Rams at Panthers.
Let's just bank it because I think
Bank
I
it?
think
I'm gonna go
Rams.
Rams.
I think Rams should win that.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
come-
asterisk that as well. Jags at Titans. We can't trust the Jags either.
You have to, mate.
Do ya?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm back in the Jags.
Okay.
Hold on, let's before we get too.
You're telling me
crazy.
Tennessee are going to come out and grab their second win of the year?
Yeah, but the Jags can concede 26 points in a quarter and then beat the Chargers by 29
They got
points.
a
So I don't
winning
know what
record.
to do. Yeah, they do. let's asterisk that. Cardinals at Bucks. Can't trust the Bucks at the
No,
moment.
we got some locks coming. Don't
All right.
we? Got some coming here.
Vikings at Seahawks. Seahawks.
Yeah,
Lock the Seahawks. That's our first one, right?
Yep.
that's in
Oh,
Seattle.
there we go. Chargers, Raiders.
Bills at Steelers. No. Raiders at Chargers. Yes, lock the Chargers. Though divisional always throws up a couple of twists.
Hold on, we got a Broncos Commanders game coming up here.
And Pats, Giants. All right, there are our 4 locks.
Okay.
I think we're okay.
Lock the Broncos at the Commanders.
Yeah.
And lock the Giants hosting. Lock the Patriots hosting the Giants.
Okay, there are 4.
So that's
Okay.
that's the Monday night game next week.
All right. So we have locked Seahawks over Vikings, Chargers over Raiders, Broncos over Commanders, Patriots over Giants.
Should we have a little
We happy with that?
Should we have a mulligan in there? I know it's kind of cheating, but for the sake of the podcast, recording this before the Pats Giants game will be played.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Do we
that.
just lock one a little further up? And
was
if it
actually-
loses, we can replace it with Pats Giants.
I don't think it's a mulligan. I just think we can't lock the Monday game.
Can't lock it.
Yeah.
And we lock the.
Oh, no, we can. We can just
lock
do the result the
Jags.
next week. Yeah, we can lock it.
We lock the Jags. Don't lock the Jags Titans.
Nah, let's
instead.
stick with that 4.
Okay.
No mulligans.
Okay.
We already made enough bad errors that we didn't
What will
deserve the
this
point
get our
for.
record to? It'll get us close to 77-ish.
Got to hit it first.
If we get all 4, we'll be
No, I'm backing us.
nudging 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. That's.
Is it
Coming
possible to get
good
it back
here.
to 100? We're in such good form.
I think we could massage some numbers.
Yeah, we could. All right, Jimbo, you work on that. That's week 13, no brainers. There's only one way, Hawley, that we end the show every week.
So this joke, I found the information for the joke and kind of come up with the joke myself.
Okay.
Which part of the Titanic is still in working order? The pool.
That's really good. You made that joke up, sort of.
Well, I found some
Explain your process.
Well, there's a Instagram called Dad Jokes.
Yep.
And they just had a photo of the Titanic saying the only part of the Titanic still going is the pool. Da da da.
Yep.
So I just kind of reworded it. And
So you just asked it in a question form.
yeah, basically.
Okay. All right. I'm giving you 6% credit for that.
Yeah, that wasn't much.
That's not much work, Hawley.
Then I had to Google, did the Titanic have a pool? Because you never know.
Did
It
it?
might not have. I assume so.
Doesn't strike me as the carnival.
finish the
I don't
Google?
think the Titanic
I
did have
typed
a
it and
pool.
then I was like, oh,
It's not the
yeah, I'm sure it
carnival.
does.
Yeah.
Close enough.
It's not Ovation of the Seas.
Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean.
Can you Google? Yeah, we need to
We
find
need
this
to
out.
do a Bahamas cruise.
Okay.
Just the 4 of us?
Yeah.
What, for the show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
had a pool.
For the show.
Oh, had a heated swimming pool in first class for passengers.
Did it really?
There you go.
Okay, I take it all
Indeed.
back.
Cost 25 cents for both men and women in 1912.
All right, well, when we do the cruise, that's good value. When we do the cruise, Dos, we can drive the Tasman onto there and do it from the tray of the Tasman on
Well, yeah, it's not a bad
Nice
looking
looking
pool.
bar. Nice looking pool.
Well,
Well, we could still, if you get down there, you could have a swim.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we could watch a garbage Miami Dolphins game.
Yep.
And then we head to Fort Lauderdale and we'll get on the
I like that.
one of the big ships there, Royal Caribbean.
What's our emoji, by the way, for today? Is it the juice? Are we sticking with the 3 droplets?
Yeah, definitely the juice.
Okay,
Juice or
put the droplets on if you've made it to the end of the show. Thank you to our sponsors who bring the show to us every week. Coast and Smoke, 4 Bros,
And
Wayne Phyllis Kia,
underground civil supplies.
and Suburban Brew, not UCS.
Thank you for making it to the end of the podcast too.
Yeah, put those juice droplets. We'll see you next week. We'll
will.
see you next week, Hawley. Good work as always, Jimbo. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.